Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to the Red Dirt Aggie Show. My name is Brian, the Red Dirt Aggie, sitting here with Parker Jensen. What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well, doing well. It's Thursday. It's almost Friday, the best day of the week. But I know last time we hung out with you, was with Montana Lane over at Henry's. We actually went there a couple times.
Yeah.
But, you've also been, launching your solo career here lately. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just, I'm trying to change music a little bit, Like,
Right.
we have the typical sound of country music, like a pedal steel, a fiddle, electric guitar, and all that. But I was like, I kind of want to be a little different. So I thought instead of, like, having pedal steel and all that, why not dobro?
Okay.
Or implement some banjo in our stuff, make those, like, a primary thing. Because I think I already told you, I have a background in bluegrass music, so,
Right.
there's always a love for that in my music. And so I was like, you know what, I should add some of that into my music a little bit.
Yeah, so you're kind of trying to bring in like the country and bluegrass and kind of blend them together into
Yeah.
this whole new thing rather than just one or the other.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's cool, and I think that's gonna a lot of traditional people are gonna be fans of that. Fans of traditional country and traditional bluegrass are probably gonna find something neat with that, with it being something new, but also having those traditional roots in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's really cool. And so, where are you from, man? Tell us a little bit about your backstory and what kind of got you into music in the first place.
Originally, I am from Phoenix, Arizona, but when I was 9 years old, I came here to the beautiful state of Texas.
Hell yeah.
And what got me started in music, I don't think there was really anything that really got me started. I think it was just I always had a love for it.
Right.
If I remember correctly from stories from my mom and dad, it was like ever since I was like 2 years old, I always like carried around one of those fake, cheap Walmart guitars. Always
Oh yeah.
played around on it, pretending I was singing, playing chords and all that. And then when I was like 6 years old, I was like, Dad, I really want to play guitar. He's like, No, you're too young. You can't stay committed to that. And I kept begging him over and over, and I was like, Dad, I just want to play guitar. And he's like, fine, in 6 months, ask me, and then we'll consider. And he said, literally 6 months to the day, I asked him, hey, what about that guitar? And, he was like, dang, this kid actually remembered. And so, at 7 years old, I started playing guitar.
Well, it's that old thing. Like he just wanted to see if you're still going to remember in 6 months how serious you were about it.
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah,
6
yeah.
months of the day, you're like, yeah, I still want to do it. Can we please get this going here?
Yeah.
But that's awesome to hear that. And just so our viewers know and everything, you're only 15, right? You're still pretty young.
Yes, sir. I'm actually turning 16 on Tuesday, so my birthday's pretty.
Hell yeah. You gonna start driving soon?
Hopefully, yeah.
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 But age is but a number with this one. You're the Texas State flat picking champion, if I'm being correct on that, right?
Yes, sir. That is.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what goes into that? How does one become a Texas flat picking state champion?
Honestly, it takes a lot of commitment. But then he told me that I needed to enter the competition, and then I won somehow.
Well, hey, you must be doing something right.
I guess I was doing something right, yeah. I mean, I took it very seriously after a few months. At first I thought, boo, it was boring. But then after I got into a little bit, I was like, this is getting kind of fun. And so I just kept going, and testing my limits, seeing where I can go with everything. And look, yeah, here I am now.
Well, yeah, man, and here you are now. At only 15, shredding in different venues and and playing guitar and different, anything with strings, right? I mean, playing anything with strings all across the state now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
recently, you also play guitar with Montana Lane, as we talked about. And recently I was out there for his show, and I caught some cool shots of you playing guitar. Standing on some stuff up in the front, shredding, taking the spotlight there a little bit, and that was
fun.
That was a pretty cool clip. If you haven't seen it yet, you can see it. It's on our social medias. Parker's tagged in it as well on the Red Dirt Aggie Show, up on our Instagram and our TikTok. But he was out there in the front. You know, Montana's like, get on that, get out there and shred. And he got out there and he did it, and it came out looking badass, like a young Stevie Ray Vaughan out there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, but man, you know, so I hear you're working on an album. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going really good actually. So right now we don't really have like an official group together just yet. We're still working on them because I'm trying to build a group with a bunch of kids. But my friend Jackson Reedon is on fiddle, and my friend Benjamin Monroe Crawford is on bass, and they are pretty official. Now we're just looking for an electric guitar player, a drummer, and then a banjo and dobro player. Yeah, just to make some interesting stuff.
Well, and I think it's cool that, you know, you're looking for people, like younger people, to play with you, because then it's like, you know, if y'all all grow up playing together in that same band, then think, you know, 10 years down the road how much chemistry y'all are going to have, like, as a band and everything, and y'all are still going to be young, you know, with relevant to music. So it's like there's a lot of opportunity for growth there. So I think that's neat that you're trying to do it that way.
Yeah, but the album's going pretty good. I think we're about like I feel stupid. Are you talking about Montana's album or?
Oh, no. Your album.
Oh, my album. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. I think we're about like halfway there. You know, we got the vocals, the guitar, and the fiddle done with that. Now we just need to get the bass, the banjo, dobro, and the drums, and then we're all set. I just gotta mix and master it, and then we're all set. We're all good.
Yeah, man. Any estimated release date yet, or is that still in the works?
No, not yet. We're actually thinking about taking an old school approach. You know, we don't think we want to release anything on like digital platforms. You know, we were thinking of like, you know, sticking to like vinyls and CDs, and to be different, for lack of a better term, release some stuff on cassettes.
Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah. People are going to have to find some cassette players, though, to listen to.
They are going to have to find some cassette players. Yep.
Yeah, but vinyl, though, I mean, that's still a big, like, collector's thing even now. I mean, it's kind of come back around. A lot of people like that. I just went into the pawn shop the other day, and I picked up this new microphone here, but that had a bunch of old records sitting there. And I don't even have a record player, but I still, like, bought a few of them because they're only, like, $1 or $2. I'm like, I just like the artwork on these things and like how cool they were. It was like some old like Johnny Cash and different like old country singers. Oh God, it was Buck Owens, like, you know, just like Buck the Owens. Old traditional guy. I've got a tiger by the tail.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah, but yeah, I just thought it was cool. Just it's like little pieces of history, you know. Those is what those vinyls become because they're so detailed. But you want to take the time and play something for us today, man? You got your guitar?
I can do a song. Yeah, I got my guitar right behind me, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Play us one of your originals.
One of my originals?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm thinking this is going to be the title track for this one.
Alrighty.
We call this one Always Rainy in Her Town. I hope you enjoy this one.
Alrighty.
Go do that and go do this. Pick up dinner. Remember, I don't like nicks. Do you know how it feels when you give it all and she takes everything? I give you a present and you don't smile. In fact, I haven't seen one in a while. Not even a thank you or I miss you, baby. The last time I saw sunshine was maybe before I ran into you. Now it's just overcast and I don't remember when the sky was blue. So I need to just get away, far away from you. 'Cause it's always rainy in her town and I never get around. Ever since you've been gone, I've been getting gone in different towns. Well, Georgetown's got them city lights and Amarillo sunshine shines so bright. You never forget the moonlight in San Antonio. Yeah, it's been a whole lot brighter and a whole lot warmer since I don't have to fight her. So buckle up, cowboy, 'cause we're moving on. 'Cause it's always rainy in her town. I've been out on the road for a couple months now, seen 24 cities. You might ask how. Well, I guess she's been holding me down under those dark clouds. I've been standing on them beautiful Texas beaches, eating a homemade peach pie down by the riverside. Every morning, eating at the diner, and lunch and dinner, and damn, it just gets finer. I've been hunting all day, then working away, saving an 8-point trophy. So, buddy, just steer far away from here, 'cause it's always rainy in her town, and I never get around. Ever since you've been gone, I've been getting gone to different towns. Well, Georgetown's got them city lights, and Amarillo's sunshine shines so bright. You never forget the moonlight in San Antonio. Yeah, it's been a whole lot brighter and a whole lot warmer since I don't have to fight her. So buckle up, cowboy, 'cause we're moving on. 'Cause it's always rainy in her town. Yeah, it's always rainy in her town. Yeah, it's always rainy in her town.
Hell yeah, I like it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, so what's that one called again?
Always rainy in her town.
Always rainy in her town. All right. Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And then, so with your, do you have a name yet for your group?
Parker Jensen and New Texas Revival.
New Texas Revival, and I think that kind of plays off that theme of what you're saying about wanting to blend, the old stuff to create something new.
The old school. Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's cool. That makes sense then. That, not now I've seen your stuff about the name, but now that kind of makes sense when you say like why it's called that.
Yeah.
But yeah, with I have to ask you the podcast question and the great question of them all. Do beans belong in chili? That's our Texas based podcast question.
See, that's a tough one right there. Okay. So I was, like I said, I was born in Arizona. In Arizona, they always had chili in their beans.
Sure.
But like Cody Johnson says, ain't no such thing as chili with beans. See, now that's tough. That's tough. I say it's good either way.
I have to agree with you. It's good either way.
Yeah, it's good either way.
It's good either way. But you got to pick one.
I have to go with beans just because that's like, that's just how I always had chili is with beans. And that's how my dad makes the chili. Shout out to him. Best chili ever.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm a beans in guy too. I'm a team beans guy for chili personally. But it's not like I'm not gonna eat it if it doesn't have the beans either. But I know the whole Texas thing is like, oh, it can't have beans or it's not chili. Well, unless you're Rich O'Toole, which we're big supporters of him on here. Our first guest, and he's all for the beans. So so I guess team beans. But yeah, we ask everyone that comes on, so it's always fun hearing the different responses. Some people are very adamant one way or the other, and then you got more of the like in betweeners like you and I.
Yeah, I'm definitely an in betweener on that one.
And yeah, but so you're 15. How does a 15-year-old find the time to have a music career and be traveling around and playing all the time when you got school and all those different kinds of?
I'm actually homeschooled.
So you're homeschooled. So
yeah, I'm homeschooled. My parents take my education very seriously, but I tell them like this is what I want to do for a living, and I can't see myself doing anything other than this. And so like okay, we'll homeschool you, and we still continued school, but we're hoping at the end of this year we're gonna be completely done with school, so that way I can put 100% focus on the business. Writing more songs, gaining the connections with people, so that way I don't feel all held up by school, holding it over my head, being like, "Oh crap, I gotta get this paper done." And it's like, okay, I just need to go out to the Cotton Country Club or something and connect with people.
Yeah, and then that's a big part of the whole industry and the whole, music business or whatever you want to call it. Just getting out there and meeting people and networking, going to watch other people play and stuff. A lot of times is gonna get you connected with people, and
That's definitely one of the biggest things.
That's what I've learned from doing a podcast, handling some booking and management stuff with Montana Lane, as you know, and all of that kind of stuff is just, more people you talk to and are nice to and build a connection with, the more opportunities are going to come your way, and they're going to come their way potentially too. So it's all, everyone's pretty supportive of one another in this state, in this music scene. So it's definitely important to do that. But, as far as being homeschooled, did you not used to be homeschooled, or have you always been homeschooled, or like how is that? I've always wondered what it's like to be homeschooled.
I used to go to public school, yes, but little backstory on me. I had 4 feet surgeries, so that kind of took me out of school, and then we were just like, okay, we're just gonna keep you homeschooled, and because that's the time where I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to be.
Yeah, well, then it gives you the flexibility to be able to, like, maybe go play on weeknights and stuff too.
Yeah.
And when you get that opportunity. But where do you typically play shows now? Do you have a place that you go a lot to play shows, or are you just all over the state, or what?
Rising Sun Vineyard is definitely the most consistent place I've been at.
Mm-hmm.
That's up in McDade, Texas. Right now I'm staying a little local right now because I'm 15. What can I really do?
Right.
But Mango Tango is definitely a place that I play at. It's on the Georgetown Square. I play the VFW here in Georgetown pretty often. Roots Bistro, I play there a little bit, not too often. They get really busy with a bunch of other musicians. So,
right.
So the emails are like piling on them, and I'm just like buried under it. So I'm just like, I gotta find places that actually will take me. So I'm just gonna keep sending emails there, but find other places.
Any trouble with being 15 and some venues being like, no, we can't let you in because you're too young, or anything like that?
Yeah, there is. There's not a lot of that. I thought there would have been a lot more.
Right.
But there is definitely.
Well, yeah, and I mean it's probably tricky. Some of them are bars. I mean, there's no way around that. Like, some of them they just can't. And some of them, if you talk to them and you're nice and you're like, look, I'm just gonna be playing. Sometimes they'll let you slide in there.
I'm just gonna show up, set up, play my songs, tear down, leave.
Yeah, but it's just and I guess it's just a liability thing on some of their parts. But they don't know they don't know if you're a good person or not because they've never had you. I guess they just can't
I guess
they're like,
that's true. Yeah.
They're like, what if he does something dumb? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm 15, so that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I guess that's true, man. Yeah. But what are some major goals you have for your career as a musician, if you have any yet?
But you don't want to be level, So like top end of the medium section. I don't know how to describe that. There's like Cody Johnson, Luke Combs level, then there's like Turnpike, Wilder Blue level, and then there's just like
well renowned and respected throughout the industry and like the red dirt scene, but nationally maybe not as famous kind of thing.
Yeah, like in the red dirt circuit.
Like famous enough to where you're making a solid amount of money in career, but not so famous to where every time you go somewhere, people are just going to be mobbing you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I get that. And that's like the perfect level to have a little bit of both, I think. Still have some privacy.
So we have like a music life, but also we have like, our own lives too.
Right. Not your entire life is not in the public eye.
Yeah. But we definitely want to go places. Like, we definitely want to be like touring the country.
Yeah. Well, and I think
we have goals sometimes to go out of the country too. Like, there's a few places. I think we wanted to play in London and Europe. Definitely are 2 places out of the country that we definitely want to play.
Well, and I just had Wynn Williams on not that long ago, and he's a Texas country guy, and he He actually just went over to Europe and played some shows over there. Europe is starting to become more receptive for some reason. I'm not exactly sure entirely why, but to like the Texas scene and like music scene that's starting to get popular over there to where they're doing like little festivals and stuff. So
yeah, I've heard about that. I just never figured out why.
Yeah, like, and I mean, I guess just because it probably sounds different than whatever they listen to over there, I guess. So it's a little bit unique. Like I guess. I mean, I don't know.
It's interesting to them, so they're just like, listen
There's
to this.
that, or I guess maybe so there's like a little pocket of Texans that have relocated over there, and then just like
that's a possibility. It's
also a possibility too. But there's also a Texas country music cruise that they do pretty regularly now too, where artists are getting together and they go play on a cruise ship. Like instead of the performances being random music, it's all like Texas country and different country artists all weekend, and then they go on just a cruise out of Galveston and play shows and stuff. And that sounds pretty cool too.
That's cool.
That's something I'd like to go on.
That
just
sounds
to see.
like a good time. Just to see what it's like. Yeah.
Well, then you're on a cruise too. My wife and I, we went on a cruise like on our honeymoon, and that same cruise is the one that they do the Texas country music cruise on, like at certain months out of the year. And I was like, we got to go back. That would be cool.
Yeah. I've never been on a cruise before, but they do look kind of fun.
It's a good time. Especially once you get a little older. And you can enjoy some of the adultier things, I guess. I don't know, but I went as a kid too, and it was a blast. So there's a lot of fun things to do on a cruise. Lots of food and things to eat and drink, and shows to see and stuff. So it's fun. But so being a musician, or just I guess a teenage kid too. But when you go to a gas station, what's your go-to gas station snack?
Gas station snack? Oh man. What is it? The cheddar Chex Mix?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I typically go to those.
One of those. You have a drink like a soda or a energy drink or something that you like?
Probably Arizona tea.
Ooh, the sweet tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, the southern sweet teas. Those are so good.
Those are so good.
I just drank like a whole one of those the other day. And it was like, I sat down, I was like, I'm just going to drink like half of this and put it back in the fridge. It was like a huge, like 32 ounce like thing.
Oh, wow.
And then I was just like, I was editing a video or doing something for this. And I just looked down and I was like, oh God, I drank the whole thing. I was eating that like that, like I had that in a big bag of Cheetos, and I was just like, oh my God, like what have I done? But man, it was good.
Oh, I'm sure it was good.
Yes, sweet tea. That's a southern thing for sure, and it's delicious.
Yeah.
But you want to play us one more song here before we wrap up? You have another one you want to play for us?
Yeah, I can play another one for you.
Hell yeah. And I'll clip the songs like as separate clips and upload them if you want to, or we can put them on social media and collaborative post them.
Yeah, that works for me. Okay, this one I call "Take Me Back." I hope you enjoy. Take me back to the simple times, shooting stars and fireflies, fishing with Grandpa and telling lies about the one that got away. Take me to another time, telling stories and dancing in the rain. To the beat on drum, God, won't you take me? Pick up trucks and cottontails. My first kiss at Old Oak Hills. Now it's suburban life and electric cars. Take me to another time, telling stories and dancing in the rain. God, won't you take me back? Well, God knows what's happening right now. Take me to another time, sitting on the porch and sipping a wine. Stories and dancing in the rain, to the beat of our own drum. God, won't you God, won't you take me?
Hell yeah. And that was Take Me Back, you said, right?
Take me back.
Take Me Back by Parker Jensen. Coming soon.
Coming soon.
To a radio near you, or a record, or a cassette tape.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hopefully all of those.
Hopefully.
But this has been the Red Dirt Aggie Show. I'm Brian, the Red Dirt Aggie over here. That over there is Parker Jensen. And as always, gig 'em and God bless, and we'll see you next time.